In 7 days, we doubled streams of our song. And in 11 days, we 10x'd the streams. And now on day 20, we've cracked Spotify's algorithm. But not only that, we got added to an editorial playlist. My name's Chris Greenwood, also known as the artist Manafest. I have about 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. We got over 130 million streams total. It's actually 200 million. And I just love coaching other artists. We created this company, Smart Music Business, just to help other artists avoid the mistakes I've made. And if you've been watching with us, we're on day 20 of 30 days of seeing if I can blow up a song and take it from like getting literally barely any streams at all. And now it's getting hundreds, soon to be thousands of streams every single day. In this video, I'm going to break down everything because there's some really exciting results I wanted to share with you. But I just want to say, look, if you're chasing something, if you're chasing this dream, don't give up. Okay. I'm on day 20 now, right? Of doing this live every single day. And I'm not like a cyborg. I'm not a robot. I'm tired. We just released a new album yesterday. We've been signing stuff, shipping stuff, just doing all kinds of work. And I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to give up, right? I wrote a book called Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams, because there's so many times I've fallen down. I've wanted to give up, but I love the Proverbs 24:16 that says, even though a righteous man falls down 7 times, they get up and go again. And I was the least talented out of my friends, but yet I've toured 22 different countries. I wasn't the best singer, the best rapper, but I just kept going. I think there's a quote by Sylvester Stallone that says, how do you beat a man that doesn't stop? And I even look at Elvis Presley, who auditioned for the Grand Ole Opry and was told to go back to driving trucks because he'd never make it as a singer. That's after he auditioned, right? And he nearly quit music right then, but he gave it one more shot. And then he signs with Sun Records and within a year became one of the biggest entertainers in the world, right? Look at Lady Gaga. Before she became a global icon, right? She signed to Def Jam Records. And then after only 3 months, the label dropped her with no explanation. I know so many artists who have signed deals and then their records just get shelved. What about Jay-Z, who spent years trying to get signed, but every single major label rejected him, broken, frustrated. He thinks about giving up. Instead, he and his friends founded Rockefeller Records to release his own music, right? I've been independent now since 2014. There's nothing wrong with signing with the label. There's a time where it was a good partnership, especially when we were with Universal Japan. I'm totally okay to sign a deal because I'd rather have 50% of a watermelon than 100% of a grape. But here's one other story. Did you know that Kurt Cobain was almost homeless before Nirvana? Shania Twain, after her parents died in a car crash, Shania Twain had to raise her younger siblings, but somehow she figured it out. And so I just want to say that you can figure this out. Okay, you can figure this out. It's not about so much about where you are, but it's about where you're going. And so I just want to encourage you, don't give up. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. This song that I've been promoting wasn't getting any streams barely. So I wanted to do something about it. I could cry, I could complain, I could blame other people for my problems, or I could take responsibility. And so I'm taking responsibility for this song. So I'm promoting it and blowing it up all in front of you. Whether I fail or waste a bunch of money, I guess we're going to see, right? But I just want to explain what we've been doing. If you haven't watched all the days, there's this song Help. You can go check it out, see what you think, see if it's even worth. If you're like, oh, dude, you shouldn't be promoting that song. But no, for real, it was only getting like 63 streams a day. We added it to a Spotify playlist that I control. I put all my songs on there. And the reason I go to a Spotify playlist is because I don't want them just to stream the one song and then autoplay kicks in and then they stream somebody else's song. I want it to a playlist so they listen to all my songs. And I'll show you what I mean here. I'm going to open up Spotify and I put it to the very top of it. And then I literally just copied the link to this playlist and I ran a Facebook and Instagram ad to it. And that's what's been blowing this song up right now. And so I'll just show you what we are doing here. If I open up Spotify. So this is the playlist. It's called This Is Manafest. When I started promoting this playlist, it was only at 1,700 followers. We've gained over 400 followers of this playlist. This is the song Help. This is my new song that just came out yesterday. Okay, this is me here. We've got about 430,000 monthly listeners. Hopefully that gets back up to 1 million one day. All right. But I've been running ads to this playlist, and all these songs have been getting more streams. That's the goal here, right? I want more streams to my song. And so let's take a look at Spotify for artists. And if that's where you can see all the data, that's what you can see what's going on. I'm really also excited to show you what happened with Apple Music. This is insane when I share this with you. But let's start here with Spotify for artists. So right now there's about 163 people listening to my music, which isn't bad for Spotify on a Saturday. And if I click on music, and then I just want to show you this song here, Walking into Fire. So this came out yesterday. It looks like yesterday it got 11,737 streams. It got 2,000 saves, 967 playlists. But what's interesting is playlists. I told you we got an editorial, right? We got all new Christian and gospel. Remember I shared in the other video, I wanted to see how many streams it got. And remember, this has only been out for a day, okay? So last 24 hours, okay? 8,000 streams from Release Radar, 186 from the editorial playlist, another 67 from an algorithmic playlist, and then all these independent playlists. There's more algorithmic radio right there. There's my playlist right there, 13. So, dude, when you look at it, the editorial playlist, not bad, but not amazing. But the main focus here is this song, Help. So let's take a look at it. And I want to show you. And so let's go right here. We started promoting it right around here where it was getting, where was it? 63 streams. And then it jumped to 73, then 92. Then we kept on promoting it. And after about 7 days, 157. Then we jumped all the way up to 380 to 719. We took a little dip down to 413 because weekends are always low. Then we dipped back up to 845. It looks like that was almost our highest. And then yesterday, 847. Okay. And if we look at playlists, like where are these streams coming from? Well, we can see the majority of them are coming from my playlist. And then here's another playlist I control. But look who's catching up. Okay. Because this is a race, baby. And the goal is to trigger the algorithm. Radio. This was like nothing. Okay. This was nothing. Like, look, last 28 days, 111. Well, what about the last 24 hours? Okay, 13. What about the last 7 days? Okay, 76. So the majority of those streams have really come in the last 7 days, and we've been doing this for 20. So that tells me that the algorithm is finally starting to kick in. Okay, and it's day 20. I've been paying for the majority of these streams, and so the goal is that I stop paying for them and I turn off ads. Okay, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down here? So the goal is I'm going to feed Spotify data of all these streams, and we're on day 20 now, and it looks like the last 7 days the algorithm is finally starting to come alive, you know? And again, like, I love this quote: when you feel like you've been buried, really you've been planted. But if we're using the seed analogy, if you want the seed to grow, you've got to feed it water and sunlight. Anything you want to die, just starve it. Anything that you want to grow, feed it. And so I've been feeding the algorithm all this data. Now, do you have to spend as much money as I've been spending? Not necessarily. And I'll show you the budget. I haven't even been spending that much. Like, when we want like these so-called record label results, but we're not willing to invest a record label budget. And I'm not saying you have to be tens of thousands or hundred thousands of dollars. Like, I think we'll see what I've spent in the last little bit, but I'm willing to take a risk. I'm willing to get the reward as well too. If I don't risk, there's no reward. And sometimes you got to take your shot and you got to swing. Do you believe in this song or not? Like, can you work some extra hours? I heard a story of a woman the other day, just so that she could afford to do something. She drove Uber just to make an extra $120, you know? I don't know if that was a week or a day, but like, to be able to throw $1,000 at a campaign to trigger the algorithm and grow your career and potentially change your life, like, why not, right? So let's take a look at the ads. But before I do, did you see that the editorial playlist was not that big? Like, right? And it's because where I was added on it. I think I was added like number 20 or 30 on the playlist. So it didn't drive that much stream. So, and I don't know how long I'm going to be on there either. Like, how long are they going to keep me on the playlist? But you know what's cool? The algorithm, Spotify's algorithm will keep you on there forever, baby. They'll just keep promoting you and keep promoting you. So let's take a look at the ads and how much I've spent and how we can maybe crank this up a little bit more. And so I'm going to go to my Facebook ads manager. And so yesterday we can see I spent about $109 Canadian. Okay, so again, we still haven't even spent that much. So that's $65, okay? And we reached 81,000 people. The cost per click here, engagement click, is about 43 cents, 39 cents. So the average is about 52 cents. So what's that in American? So it's about 30 cents. So it's a little higher than I want, okay? And it looks like this guy here that I'm spending the most is, and it's probably because we've got to open the budget here a little bit. Let's take a look at this pig here and see what's going on here. So this is spending the most targeting Eminem. All right. And let's go the last 14 days. So the majority has been on Eminem, some on hip hop music, but let's open this guy up a little bit more in the targeting here. Do we still have Eminem on here? I think we still do. Not seeing it. Eminem right there, interest Eminem. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Look, that's 17 million. I'm going to leave that budget is for now. I'm not going to make any changes. But what I am going to do for this one here that's doing better at 34 cents, because 34 cents, man, times, let's see, 34 times 0.6, that's only costing me 20 cents per click on that one. So I'm going to give this guy a little bit more budget. We're going to give that, go to 39 on that one. And this one's 43 cents, so I'm going to give that one a little bit more budget as well too. We're going to go to 14, give it $7 a day. Okay, and I'm going to keep the other ones the same. All right. And so let's just go the last we'll do 30, even though it hasn't been 30. How much have I spent total? Okay, I spent $1,000 Canadian. Okay, $1,000 in 20 days. So that's times 0.6, $600. So I haven't even spent $1,000 yet. Come on, man. And we've reached 423,000 people. Okay, 2,200 plays. Okay, 2,200 plays. So that's not bad. Is anybody here willing to spend $600 American within 20 days to blow up your career, to blow up your song? Because remember, like we're getting dozens of comments on here, right? Like, let's look at the ads one more time. Like, that's like, sure, the streams are great, and that's really what we want because that's where we can make money long term. But let's also take a look at, let me pull this up. Did I close it? Okay, I just want to make sure I share my screen. Look at Ads Manager one more time here. Facebook Ads Manager. So this one has got the most 880. Actually, no, the bottom one has. So let's click here. Let's click in here. Let's click on the ad now. Okay, so far 27 comments, 70 shares. Let's zoom in on this. 1.6 thousand likes, 70 shares. So that number just keeps going up and up and up. And I'm seeing on my Instagram every single morning, followed you because of your ad, followed you because of your ad, followed you because of your ad. But you want to see something really, really cool, which I'm really excited about, is I got another email from Apple Music. Okay, Apple, let me pull that up for you here. Apple Music sent me an email yesterday, if I can find the email here, apple.artists, Apple Artists. So we're going to show some love here, man. Like, okay, here we go. Here we go. So let me share my screen. And I hope this is inspiring because there's just so much cool stuff that happens when you start reaching hundreds of thousands of people. That's where you start to see the impact. Like, let's be honest, $1 a day ain't going to do it. Okay. Like, we need to spend some money to have some impact, right? And all of you can find $1,000 to market and promote your music. I know you can. So let me open it up. Okay. So this is the email I got from Apple Music for Artists. They send me my update every week. So cool. We got 55,000 plays, about 1,000 Shazams. One of my songs just hit 5,000 all-time plays. Let's scroll down here. Most played songs. So that's interesting. That went up 200%. Didn't even promote that song. Didn't promote that song. But this is the song I promoted. top Shazam count. Edge of My Life number 1, Help number 2, 134% increase. Remember last week it was only 62? This week it's 152. Okay? And I can see it's interesting where the Shazams are coming from. Moscow, Paris, Tokyo. Like that's crazy, man. It's like not even like America or Canada, right? Like that's just stinking cool. And so if you're not familiar what Shazam is, it's an app on your phone where people can like go, oh, well, what song is that playing? If they hear a song, they can Shazam it, and then it pulls it up on Apple Music, and people can listen to it, download it, stream it. So people are hearing the song on the ad, and they're going, yo, that's dope. What song is that? And then they want to save it. Okay. I want to read to you some of the comments we're getting. You know what's really interesting? Like there hasn't been as much hate on it as much. And honestly, like haters are a part of the game, to be honest. But I'm getting a lot more nice comments. Is that song? Oh, here's one. Yeah, is that the son of Voldemort? So there is a hate right there. I guess he's calling me someone from Harry Potter or whatever like that. So that was funny. Where was the other comments though? Is he the son of Voldemort? Someone is saying awesome, relatable, definitely in my style. This one's in a different language. At times I listen to Manafest. Thanks for the music Impossible. So he likes my song Impossible. Getting a thumbs up, fire emoji, a heart, fist bump, more hearts, fire emojis, a tear with a fire emoji. Okay, because on the song, I think I say like I wrote this song for anyone struggling with anxiety, right? And if you watched one of the other videos, how I shared, it's not always about saying my new song dropped, but you want to talk about the emotion and the story behind the song. Why did you write the song? Right? Like, what's that caption that I can get their attention? I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this or not, but this is the part of the song. Oh, let me start it. Let me start it from the beginning. So I'll give you a little strategy here. I'm in a subway and I literally turn around and start singing the song. And so that was why I think this video and this ad is doing good, is because there's so much movement, right? We need to grab our fans by the throat, by the jugular, and pull them into our music, right? And so I really find that movement does well. Now, you don't have to be in a subway. You could be wherever, something that works for your video. But literally, I'm turned around and I'm like, I'm calling out to God, confess all my dark thoughts. And I'm right into the chorus. Like there's no intro, there's no pause. It's just get into the goods, because you know what? People don't got time to waste, man. It's like, what are you about? What is your style? What are we saying in the ad? Check out this hip hop playlist featuring Manafest. Check out this hip hop playlist. And the reason we say hip hop playlist or rock playlist or inspirational playlist, whatever your type of song, country rock, singer songwriter, indie rock, EDM, saying it's a playlist versus check out my song is a little less salesy. It's like, yo, check out this playlist, man. Check out this hip hop playlist featuring Manafest, right? As opposed, because it's kind of like, go check out this restaurant or go see this movie versus come see my movie or come eat out at my restaurant. It's like you're more being a referral. It's more like a recommendation. So it comes off a little bit cooler. You know what I'm saying? So you're not just like trying to sell them something. Now, I want to share with you one more strategy before we go today. I'm going to crank up the ads. I think today, we'll see where the ads are at. I think the streams are going to go down a bit Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm really hoping they're going to crank out and really blow up this following week, because we got to send this thing through the roof for the last 10 days, right? Because we're on day 20. And but I was sharing how we're promoting my new album. If I can find it, I don't even have a copy of it. It's called Walking into Fire. And we did a lot of pre-saves for this song. I think we got over 2,000 pre-saves. We pitched it to a lot of independent playlists. I added it to my playlist. Obviously, we got the editorial playlist, but I want to show you something really cool because I always look to see this and was just really blessed. And I just get excited, right? I'm just an artist too, trying to get out there, get my music out there. Um, so let me just click share. Let me make sure this is refreshed. So this is today. We got on this Spotify playlist, some random comment, another playlist. We charted in Mexico, more playlists. And we charted in Canada, barely, but we made it. And then look at all these playlists yesterday. Look at all these playlists. This is still yesterday. This is still yesterday. We're still going. We're still going, baby. We're still going. Still going. Okay, and there we are. And so, if you do the work on the front end, you'll make money on the back end, but you got to be willing to invest. Okay. And so I want to share with you two, if I got the books here, do I have them? So one book you definitely need to read is Song Launch Checklist. That will help you for launching your song. That's literally the blueprint to make sure when your song comes out, you have thousands of streams instead of like a couple of hundred. Okay. So read that one and also read Playlist Profits. If I can find it, here it is. Playlist Profits. Those are the two books I definitely recommend. Get them on Audible or get the physical books off of Amazon. But what was it? It's like live like no one else. So one day you can live like no one else. Do what's hard now so you can live easier on the front end. Okay. And again, if I share my screen right now, I'm still getting like hundreds of streams every second, and not just on Spotify. It's on Apple Music, it's on YouTube, it's on Deezer, it's on Tidal. Like when I'm sleeping, I'm getting paid. On my birthday, I'm getting paid. On my anniversary, I'm getting paid. Christmas, on the Lord's Day, tomorrow, I am getting paid. Okay. And that's because I did the work on the front end and I pushed and promoted my music hard enough. Okay. Because remember, your career is like a plane. All right. And if you push hard enough and long enough, you defy the law of gravity and your music career takes off. But for a lot of you, this is what you do. You start and then you stop. You start and then you stop, right? And you do that over and over again, and you never break through the gravity of the doubt, the fear, the insecurity. This is more mindset. I am not 5 times more talented than you. Most artists are not, they're not successful because they're more talented. It's normally because they're 5 times bigger dreamers. They just dream bigger. They think bigger and they act bigger. And I don't know if you were watching Alex Hormozy's live today, but one thing that he said, the difference between a lot of successful people and failures is just those that are willing to take action. Like they just execute quicker. Like they get an idea and before talking themselves out of it, they do it. It's the same thing with songwriters. Like we're in the studio, we're coming up with song ideas. Is that a good idea? Well, just track it, just try it. And then be daring to play it for a producer and someone and get it out there, and stop letting that fear speak to you and start letting your faith speak to you. Obviously, I'm a Christian. God has changed my life. And so I need more faith, right? I got to step out in faith and take action. Faith without works is dead. There's a proverb that says, a fool's voice is known by all his talking. Don't tell me your dream. Show me your dream. Like put in the freaking work, man. Like, it also says a man shouldn't eat unless he works, right? Like, this ain't communism, all right? Like, it's like life ain't fair. And we could have all kinds of excuses of why we haven't reached our dreams yet. I could blame that I lost my dad to suicide when I was 5 years old. I could blame the manager that ripped me off, or the producers, or whoever, the booking agent, the promoter that didn't pay me. How about when I bought onto a show, paid $1,000 to be on this tour, and it was $1,000 a night. And one night they put me on right when doors opened, or like barely before doors opened. And I'm performing for literally no one. And I paid $1,000 to be there. That's not right. But that's just life. And you got to forgive and you got to move on. Like I want peace in my life. That's kind of like actually why like Jesus is the Prince of Peace, man. I need peace in my life because I don't need fear. I don't need negativity. Like I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to rock out. I want to do this music thing. And so get rid of the haters, get rid of the negativity out of your life and surround yourself with people that are going to cause you to stretch because you're called to greatness. God's knocking on that door. This is your year to put that music out. So Hope this helped. Take action and make sure you watch day 21 right here.